Hello, welcome to Mosaics. I'm Holly Beach, your host with the Idaho Office for Refugees, and we are here to share stories of Idahoans who came through immigrant and refugee backgrounds and of those who are working to build a culture of belonging and welcome. This is a great month to be talking about this, as it is World Refugee Day in June, celebrated around the world. And today I'm here with a colleague who is actually celebrating his first anniversary in Idaho, who resettled here last year. So welcome to Joel Ntando.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks, Joel. So I get to work with Joel in the capacity of our Refugee Speakers Bureau at IOR. He is the coordinator for that. He himself he's originally from the Democratic Republic of Congo, had to leave there about age 19 to find safety, went on to get his undergraduate graduate degree and your graduate degrees, work in theater, work in academia, and helping other people along the way who had also experienced the experience of, or had also had to leave their home country. So thank you for being here today to share about your life and your story.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to share my story. Yes.
So this is not your first World Refugee Day celebration. You were telling me about how when you lived in South Africa, you also recognized the day over there. What did that look like?
Yeah, I think that's what looks. It's a special day. Yeah, it's a special day, and with, it's a mobilizing day for organizations and also refugee communities. Yeah, it's really like in engagements. It's like a, if I can say, it's like a wedding kind of. People are going to an engagement like a wedding, and between organizations and communities coming together and celebrating the lives of refugees. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did that help you as someone who was not originally from South Africa and who had to resettle as a refugee? Did that help you to feel more a part of the community?
In South Africa, refugees are living in urban areas, so sometimes it's a bit difficult to to know who's a refugee, who's not, and so when there is a gathering like the World Refugee Day, so it's an opportunity also to to know, like to feel the how how big is the refugee community in South Africa.
And be able to connect with other
Yeah,
people
and
who
connect.
share
Yes.
that experience.
Definitely.
Wow. So you came to Idaho last year. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes,
That's
I came last year in June. Yes.
in
Yeah. Yes.
June.
Yeah.
What was last year at this time when you're just new here? What's going on for you? Take me back to that time, what your life was like.
It was a bit life changing, if I might say, because I remember when I arrived, and it was a bit uh, kind of surprising, and I was taken via the airport. I received a great welcome from the airport, and
What did that welcome look like? Was it volunteers or was it the resettlement agency
yes, it was
staff?
a resettlement agency from IRC
Okay.
who came to welcome me, and I was happy. And they took me to the hotel, and they helped me carrying my bag, and we went to a room, and they were assisting me and telling me like basic things, how I should use apparatus, the rooms, and all those kind of supports, and how to use also like the air conditioning and
Mm-hmm.
all those kind of stuff. So yeah, it was a great help for me. Yes.
Wow. And you came by yourself, right?
Yeah, I came by myself. Yeah,
And later was joined by your sister and her son.
and my two nephews.
Oh,
Yeah,
two
nephews.
nephews.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
But for the first little while you were here, didn't know anybody, I take it?
Yeah, I didn't know anybody, and I think I spent some days in the rooms. I was staying in the rooms, and I think the few days later, I was visited by the caseworker, and And then I asked the caseworker quickly, is there a place maybe to go around here because I'm a bit lonely here. I don't know what's gonna be doing because I'm spending all day here and I'm just here. Then it told me about the Hawaii Park
Okay.
because the Hawaii Park was not far where I was living. So I started now having a walk. Yeah. So my first walk in Boise was going to Hawaii Park. So I went there. Then it became a kind of another refuge kind of place for me to kind of inspire myself or maybe do meditation or feeling like breathing, breathing a new air here in Idaho. So the Hawaii Park was a great help because I could easily walk around.
Mhm.
Yeah, could easily walk around the park, and because during that time I didn't have like a bus pass or
Mm.
to take a bus or to go around, and yeah, so that was my
That was your
yeah,
hangout.
my hangout. Yeah.
It's so
Yes.
important to have that
Yeah,
access
yes,
to
yes,
nature
nature.
outside,
Mhm. It was
and
very helpful, yes.
that's good. And then I imagine, did you start to meet people slowly?
Yeah, then I started meeting people, and also then it comes to the English language programs. So I attended the ELC program. So started now interacting with different people, and from there also finding other informations. Yeah.
What was the biggest shocker for you during that time?
Yeah, the biggest shock, I'm not sure if I can say it. It's a shock, not really like um, maybe it was a bit of uh, my biggest shock maybe came later, especially when it comes to season.
Oh,
After like spending, coming to in June and going towards the winter season. Yeah, I think the winter season it was the most shocking, if I might say, like experiencing the first snow, winter season here in, in north of in Northern America. So it was a bit a great moment for me. Like it was not a shock, but it's just a bit surprising.
yeah.
Yeah,
Was that your first time seeing snow?
yeah, it was my first time seeing snow, like touching it, like yeah, feeling it. Yeah. I remember I was sleeping because what happened, I was a bit like anxious. So I wanted to know where is the snow? Where is the snow? So people are telling me, no, this year seems like it's taking time. Then I said, "Ah, because I'm here, then it's taking time. I want to see it. I want to feel it. So I just slept. I slept. So the following day, when I woke up, I just heard like it was very quiet. Then when I look at from the window, I saw it was like the snow covered the whole ground. So it was like a miracle for me seeing the snow for the first time. And I spent like a couple of hours from my window just looking at like the snow. Yeah, it was like a miracle for me seeing that.
That quiet is one of my favorite things, like
Yes.
walking down the streets after it snowed and just
Yeah.
how quiet it is.
Yeah.
How cool that you got to experience it.
Yes.
And then the ice and then all the other fun stuff that comes with winter
Yeah.
that
Winter.
you have to learn about. But wow, that's pretty cool. So now you're here, it's been a year, your family's here. When they got here, did you feel confident showing them the ropes of living in Boise?
Yeah. When they came, because I was part of the welcoming team, went to the airport. So
Yeah.
I was there. So I managed even to buy some US flags. So I had the 3 or 4 US flags. So yeah, the I was part of the welcoming team, and we welcomed them when they arrived.
How long had it been since you had seen them?
my sisters. Yeah, we are in frequent communication. Yeah, because
But when
she's
you
here.
saw
So
her at the airport, had it been a long time?
oh, at the airport. Yeah, that one it was a bit. It was a month apart because
Okay,
I remember when I was traveling, we were together before
that's good. So you got to stay together.
yeah, in Johannesburg. So before traveling, we
Mhm.
met at Johannesburg.
Yeah. Well, you and I have a small connection that way. I was able to live in Johannesburg for 6 months. So I
Yeah.
remember the other day in the office you said shop, and I'm like, I haven't heard someone say
Yes.
shop
Yes.
in
Yes.
so long. So that was special to hear. Um, Tell us a little bit about your life growing up, where you grew up, what your neighborhood looked like, what life was like for you.
Yeah. Myself, I grew up in a family of three children. So I'm in the middle child between my two sisters, and we grew up in the urban area of Kinshasa in Congo. Yeah, in a normal family setting. Then I went to my primary school. I went to Masamba. It's one of the primary school in Congo, Kinshasa, Masamba. And then I went to Malula. It's a kind of a Catholic school.
Okay.
And then I spent most of my junior and high school in Catholic schools. Yeah,
What did you do for fun?
yeah. For fun, I used to do a lot, like playing soccer a lot, and sometimes also camping. Yeah, going to fish. Yeah, because where we used to live, it was not far from the Congo River. It
Okay.
was not that far. Yeah.
Would you catch fish and then make it for dinner, or was it
Yeah,
more just for fun?
you catch fish. Yeah, you can make it for dinner. Yeah, 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 you can make it for dinner. Yeah,
'Cause I know a lot of people here will do the catch and release, just
catch release.
catch it
Yeah.
and let it go. I don't know if you caught for food or if you caught for
No, no,
fun.
but as we used to have, so we do our own cooking as youngsters. So
Okay.
so we have them. We do our own cooking, and someone can bring midi meals or rice, or
Mhm.
someone can bring tomatoes. Then we do our own cooking because we used to have a friend who they were like a bit. They had like a space in their house, so they had like a a cottage kind of
Mhm.
outside the house. So we can go there and spend our time there. So when we coming from the river, we can bring the fish there and do our own cooking and
The kids
eat.
all together.
Yes, we eat all together.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yes.
That sounds really nice.
Yes.
That's cool. So soccer, fishing.
Yeah.
Have you done either of those things since coming to Idaho? I know fishing's big here. We
Yeah.
have soccer teams. Have you gotten back into either of those hobbies?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. When I came during summer, there was a lot of activities happening, even at the Hawaii Park. So there were social soccer happening, and yeah, we I was not hesitating to take part when I had an opportunity, yeah, to play around. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about why you had to leave and what that night was like for you?
When it comes to leaving Congo, I remember I was still 19, so I just registered to attend university at the University of Kinshasa.
Mm.
So I registered. So the the first month of my registration, then it was on a weekend, on a Saturday evening. So our auntie cooked like a supper for us, and we were waiting for our parent to come. But unfortunately, they didn't come during that day, and we were visited by militias, and they were threatening us. They were said, "No, uh, where is your father? Where is your parent?" So we're a bit surprised as we're growing up as young, so we never experienced something like that, and suddenly people showing up as asking, we were our parents and things like that, and they became violent, like destroying our properties and searching all in bedrooms and all those kind of stuff. So it was a bit uh, a hard experience
Mm.
until they managed to get through our parents' bedroom, and they search, and they became more violent. And I can hear like my sister, they were kind of screaming with our auntie, and my sisters, they were screaming, and they came to me. One of the guy took a military knife, and they said, you should know where is your father. You should know where is your father. Then I said, I don't know where is my father. So he was a bit frustrated. Then
Mm.
he pushed me out. I just pretend to like to pass, like to pretend like I collapsed. So I was just there. So after some time, then we had a quiet. They left, but they told our auntie like they'll be coming back because we know where is our father. And our father, according to them, they said he allowed prisoners to escape the. He allowed prisoners to escape from the the Makala prison. It's one of it's the central prison in Kinshasa.
Mhm.
So that was it. Then
And your dad worked as a physician
yeah, my dad
in the
worked as
prison?
a fish. Was one of the people who were assisting, like voluntarily assisting.
Oh, voluntarily.
Yeah, assisting prisoners in the prison of Makala. Then it happened also. He was kind of assisting people. We don't know if they were politicians and things like
Mhm.
that. So it happened.
So the other political party was upset with your dad for helping their political enemies
Yeah,
get out of.
yeah,
They accused him of helping them escape.
yeah.
Okay.
Accusing them, helping them escape. Yeah. So from that night, then our nightmare began, and all my project, even to continue school, so it's dropped. Then I was forced to to move away, as my parents also we couldn't meet again since then. Yes, yes. So then I moved away from Congo. Then I find my way throughout the Southern Africa. Then I find my way living in Zimbabwe for some times. And as I had the background going to a Catholic church, and also attending Catholic schools, so I was lucky to have a place to stay in Harare. And also I was fortunate to receive a scholarship from the UNHCR,
Mhm.
so which allowed me to do my studies at the University of Zimbabwe.
And what were you studying?
It is one something I was doing. It's called the Bachelor of.
Okay. Because I know you have the theater background. You
Yes,
enjoy
yes,
theater
yes,
and
yes, yes. Yeah,
French background.
yeah. That's why I started developing the passion for art, and also, yeah, during I remember as soon as our first year, so we started doing many collaborative projects with organizations
Mm.
in Harare. And also I I discover like uh, the powerful use of art
Oh.
when it comes to dealing with issues, including also participating during the World Refugee Day in Harare as well.
And did you think of yourself as a refugee at this time? Or did you think of yourself as, I'm going to go here for a while until it's safe and then I'll go back home? Like, how did you view yourself in this time period?
But myself, I view myself as as a refugee. Yeah, I view myself as a refugee, looking at the experience I experienced
Mhm.
in Congo, maybe I did not have much time to relate all of them, but
Mm.
I had a very not a pleasant story, a pleasant experience. Yeah. So I was not having an idea. Maybe I should be maybe spending few time here, then going back.
You
No, no,
didn't
it
think
wasn't like
you
that.
knew
Yeah,
that you
it was in no-go area. As my parents, they were normal there, and yeah, so it was brutally like disconnecting myself from my place. So
and your
it was
family,
difficult. Yes.
but you did have one sister who came with you, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But after that night, you said you didn't. I think you've told me that you didn't see your parents again after that night.
I didn't see my parent again.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That separation is heartbreaking. I'm really sorry, Joel.
Yeah.
But you went on to get your degree still, even after experiencing all of that.
Mhm.
You got your degree in Zimbabwe, I
Mm.
believe, and then
Yeah, I got my degree, but when I came to Zimbabwe, remember coming from Congo, it's a French-speaking country, and coming going to Zimbabwe, it was like a two struggle for me,
mm,
struggling with my personal life and also struggling with like the language because there was kind of a language barrier
yeah.
at the beginning. So it took me some times to start learning English and also going to school and all those kind of stuff. So that I finally managed to complete my undergraduate studies.
So English was the connecting language that you learned there to be able to do your studies.
Yes, English
Okay.
was the connecting language.
Okay. And then were you treated any differently there because you were Congolese? Did people treat you differently for that?
Differently as such, not really, but yeah, you were referred as as a foreigner,
Mm.
foreigner, but there was no like maybe if I can say abuse
Okay.
something. No, I didn't experience.
That's good.
But unfortunately, I was also part of maybe the unfortunate part. It might be because when I was also doing my undergraduate, I used to have friends, and we became like student activists on campus, and so during that time, it was a bit difficult, even for myself as well, because uh, sometimes the political involvement it was a bit high, and myself being with my 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 friend during that time, so I became also target kind of.
For your political stances. Okay.
Yeah, just being around my activist friends.
Oh, okay. Okay. How long did you live in South Africa?
In South Africa, I lived for almost 14 years
14 years. So
from
that
2008.
until you came to Idaho?
Yes,
And you went on to get your master's degree there, correct?
yes, I am. To my master's degree.
Great.
Yeah, it was a bit challenging because
Yeah.
I even could not like finish paying all my fees because the university holding my degree certificate because of outstanding fee up to now.
Oh,
So
even now?
yeah, up to now. So I have to sort out that
Oh,
like the financial part so that I can have my degree
okay.
and my degree certificate. Yeah.
Your work, you used theater as a way to help other people express themselves,
Yes.
connect, heal. Can you talk a little bit about how you did that and what kind of work you did?
Yeah. When it comes to theater, it was a very uh, good tools for me, even in academic level or in a social level, community level, and it became a bit of of a source of being out there, like helping, being a helper, because I did not realize like it's gonna help me help others as well. So having the theater background opened a lot of opportunity for me. So I was able to do like community project and tackling social issues, especially affecting the youth when it comes to dealing with substance abuse and substance abuse, and also with early pregnancy to the community, and also also empowering the community as well.
Mm. And at the Refugee Speakers Bureau that you are the head of in your role at the Idaho Office for Refugees, that is, I know it's our goal too, is to help that empowerment, that healing take place, the mutual understanding to be able to build because people have a place to be able to share their stories in a way that empowers them. And so what's that been like for you to dig into that work here in Idaho?
To dig in into that org, it's a bit a comfortable and safe place for me to to firstly work, as it's also my first job opportunities here in Idaho, and so it's a bit a, if I can say, a great feeling of working as the coordinator for the Refugee Speakers Bureau, and also uh, using my my theater skills, and at the same time creating speaking opportunities for people to interact, and also to share their experiences, and it's something um it makes me happy every day,
Mm.
especially supporting also the refugee communities here in Idaho. Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, that's really cool. So with World Refugee Day, this will be, I don't think you came last year because it would have been like your first week, I think.
I missed it. I missed it last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
This will be your first one in Idaho, and I invite anyone listening to come check it out. If you're in Twin Falls, the celebration is going to be on Friday, June 21st. If you're in Boise, it's going to be the next Saturday, the 22nd, and there will be a citizenship ceremony, which is so special. And dancing, music, food, craft vendors, all from people who are from refugee backgrounds and are now Idaho community members, living their lives, giving back. It's a really special time. So I'm excited for you to get to see it for the first time,
Yeah, I'm
Joelle.
excited also to be part of it. Yeah.
And this year the theme is, standing in solidarity with refugees. What does that mean for you? What does that look like for you?
The World Refugee Day, yeah, it's actually an international day. At at the same time, it's also a personal day for me. Yeah, it's a personal day for me to kind of remember my past experience, and also to kind of uh, being grateful as well for, like for the person I became, because going through the journey from Congo up to here. So I believe I have now a better version of myself now,
Mm.
as a human being. And also World Refugee Day, it's an opportunity for us to reflect on on the world global refugee issue, and also how we can at least improve the lives of the refugees.
Yeah, and locally, I can see the impact that you're making to help people feel safe enough to open up, to feel a sense of I can belong in this space, I can share what I want to share. So that's
Mm.
cool to see your life experience bring that sense of empowerment for other people. Even though I like what you said, like what I went through made me a better human being because you wouldn't have chosen to go through that. Like
Yes.
it's really hard and it's sad and it's infuriating that your family and other families have to be separated because of persecution and violence like that. But you took it as I'm a better person. Um, and I think that's part of what we celebrate on World Refugee Day. Obviously, we wish World Refugee Day didn't have to exist,
Mhm.
that refugee resettlement didn't have to exist because that means no one would be. It's really heartbreaking that anyone has to go through that. Um, but when you do get together just as people honoring that, it's it's really special. It's kind of a powerful energy that happens when you can honor and celebrate what people have become
Yeah.
through that. So thank you for sharing that with us
Yeah.
and parts of your story that aren't easy probably to revisit. Thank you for opening up.
It's a pleasure.
Would you have any words of just thoughts or words of wisdom that you'd want to share with either people kind of arriving in Idaho, maybe more current now, or maybe even just Idahoans who want to be welcoming? Like what words would you share?
When it comes to Idaho, because myself it was first discovering for me, like knowing Idaho, because I remember when I was told I'll be coming to Boise, Idaho. So I was a bit curious because myself, sometimes I was expecting when it comes to America, I was expecting like to hear like California
Mm-hmm.
or New York or Florida or something like that. When I heard I'll be going to Idaho or Boise, so I I I didn't know about that. Even my geographical knowledge, so it was missing when it comes to this part of America.
That's
Then
okay. I think a lot of Americans don't know where
yeah,
Idaho is.
yeah,
Like we get
yes,
called Iowa all the time.
yeah,
So it's
yes,
not
yes.
just you.
Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. So it was a great. I feel it was a great discovering for me, being a new place and seeing a beautiful landscape and also yeah interacting to people and I remember receiving a very warm welcome and sometimes I used to I remember I was walking one of the day in town and I asked for directions and people they were easily offer themselves to help me out to find my way. And I remember one day I went to the Department of Health and Welfare, and I was on the phone, and I needed a pen, and asked for a pen. Someone gave me a pen to write, and
Mm.
so so far so good. I'm uh, so my experience here in Idaho is uh, very positive. Yeah, it's it's very good if I can say so far. Maybe if I can also be a bit grateful maybe coming from English speaking country, South Africa, maybe my my resettlement yet can be a bit smooth
Mm.
uh, compare maybe from other compared to other people compared to other people who might come from different places which might not be like English
Yeah.
speaking places, or maybe it can be not like the same setting, like myself being a refugee in South Africa, living in urban areas, or maybe others living to another kind of settings.
Mm-hmm.
So our resettlement process might be not be similar, but what I can ensure, it seems like we got the resettlement agencies, and they are working hard. They're working hard to ensure like everyone like get the necessary support, which is brilliant. Because myself, I remember also, when I came, I went through the language program, English language program. Then it became the job readiness kind of stuff. Then I found myself with the global talents, and they prepared me to find a job. Then I got a job with the Idaho Office for Refugees. So I think the resettlement agency, they are a great bridge for resettled refugee here to resettled here in Idaho.
You're so right that the experience of people coming through is so vastly different. Like you said, you knew English, you're used to an urban environment. Another family might not know English, might have come from a rural environment. Some people are coming right out of a war zone, whereas others have had maybe a decade or 2 decades between them and the traumatic event that caused them to flee. So it is a very wide range and countries. I think this year we're looking at 18 different countries where people are arriving to Idaho from. We'll probably be right around like 1,000 arrivals for the year. And the resettlement agencies are working very hard to make sure that they have the right ingredients for success here to rebuild, start something new.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that Boise was in the cards for you. However that happened.
I already fell in love with Boise now.
Right?
Yeah,
Me too.
Well,
I'm glad.
it's a great place for me to live.
Great. Well, we're very thankful for you being here, for you being in our office and contributing everything that you do and just who you are. So, Joel, thank you. And, people like you will be celebrating on World Refugee Day, and also we'll be thinking of, all the things going on currently where people, haven't been able to be safe yet. We think about what's happening in Gaza to Palestinians. We think about Ukrainians that continue to be separated from loved ones because of war, Afghans, and people from DRC continue to come to Idaho nationally. And in Idaho, DRC continues to be the top country of origin for refugees, which, we want these conflicts to end, but we are doing what we can to make sure people have a place of belonging and safety in the meantime. So thanks for being part of that work, Joel.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else you want to share? Or?
Like newly arrived people, resettled people should be enjoying and feel safe. As myself, I do feel safe, and also to obey the rules of the state, and to focus on what you're supposed to be focusing on. I think it's going to be great.
Well, thanks again, Joel, and looking forward to celebrating World Refugee Day with you this year.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you for joining the conversation. For more information on how to be involved with refugee resettlement, please visit idahorefugees.org. Mosaics is produced by the Idaho Office for Refugees with grant support from the M.J. Murdoch Charitable Trust. Music by the Afrosonics. Production in partnership with SB Studios.